Morning, namaste. Audrey's already with me. Good morning. Thank you, Audrey and Craig. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Yoga with Lisa SXM. You found me. It's awesome to see you there. Let's just take a moment to settle in to our position of easy seat. Settle in, connect those hips into the earth. You can have your knees bent or straight, whatever works for you right now, but do try to have your back softly straight and your spine lifted, the top of the head reaching up. Close the eyes and just find a moment of stillness to connect with your breath and your true self, with honor and appreciation for this moment. Really feel the air moving into the body, moving out of the body. Stillness, balance, quiet, acceptance, and gratitude. When you're ready, exhale all the air out of the body and let your head fall in front of your chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Let the head be so heavy. Don't hold it at all. If you want to, you can round your back and slump your shoulders and just let the head be ever so heavy. Let it hang down in front of your chest, releasing the neck and shoulders. We're just going to rock our weight left and right on our hips and let the head roll around in front of the chest from shoulder to shoulder. Not by any effort of the muscles, but by gravity, as you push your weight onto one hip and then the other, back and forth. Allow the shoulders to move however gravity insists they should. Unless you feel some limitation, some no-go zone, just allow yourself to really be so soft and heavy and led by momentum and gravity. Slowly waking the body up. Let's sit tall again and bring the hands to prayer pose. Hands centered at your heart or your throat or your head. Whatever feels right for you right now. Beautiful. Interlock your fingers and give your hands a big squeeze, and then we'll push the hands forward, round the back, drop the head. Exhale. Lift the hands up overhead and inhale. Reach up, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your sternum. Squeeze your shoulder blades in the back a little bit. And then separate the hands and bring them down out to the side and all the way to the ground next to your hips. Beautiful. Let's take those legs and bring one leg out to the side so it's sort of like the mermaid pose. I'm going to push the camera back a little bit, give you a little wider perspective on my movement, my position. Yeah. All right. I'm going to scoot the music back to the previous bit. I'm going to use that music to inspire our movement. You can put a hand to the ground outside of your hip and take your other hand that's on the side where the legs are curving back behind you and just move them in a circle, as big a circle as you can. We're going to connect our breath to this circle, breathing in as the hand reaches up, breathing out as the hand reaches down. Let it be as big and graceful as you enjoy. Connect your movement with your breath. let's reverse the circle. Breathe in. Reach. Exhale. Inhale. Awesome. Switch the legs around and let's use the other arm here. Breathing in and out. Beautiful. Reverse. Keep breathing. Nice. Bring that hand back. Let's stretch the legs out and give them a jiggle. Jiggle them out a little wider. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones. Get connected to the earth and circle those ankles. Breathe. Change direction. Go the other way. Remember, as we go through our yoga today, whatever I suggest to you is just that, a suggestion. If it doesn't feel right to you, if it feels like you want to do something similar but a little bit your own way, as long as you're listening to the wisdom of your body, I'm sure everything will be fine. Certainly you listening to the wisdom of your body trumps anything that I could do, saying do this or do that. If you're connecting to yourself, it's much better. Yoga is about you, listening to you, honoring you. It's about you and not about me. So please honor your inner wisdom. Listen to your body with love. Don't push past any limits. Be respectful of all the no-go zones, anything that's speaking to you. You can modify or minimize the movement, or you can always just wait and rest. Catch up with us on the other side of that exercise. Having said that, let's take the fingers in between the legs that are spread just a little wider than your hips here and walk your fingers forward. You can stop anywhere that feels like the right place. Once you find that place, round your back and drop your head. We're going to stay here for 5 long, slow, deep, full breaths. Relax your heads, relax your neck, let your head drop. With every exhalation, maybe round your back a little more. Drop the head lower, release through the hips and lower back. Let yourself be even more pulled down by gravity without any resistance in the body. Not the skeleton, not the muscles, not the tendons, not the mind. Let everything go. Beautiful. Push your hands into the floor and just take 2 steps back towards the hips with your hands. And we're going to walk out towards the left. Both hands reaching wherever feels awesome. Drop your head. Walk your hips back to the middle and let's just stay here. Resting, relaxing, letting the body be heavy. Awesome. Press your hands into the floor, reestablish where that middle way is for you, and then we'll come out to the other side of the legs. This time for me it's my right side. Round the back, drop the head, Loosen through the hips, lower back. Hands press into the floor, come back to the middle, and walk your hands forward. Maybe you can go a little deeper than you did before. Really bring down the forearms and elbows if you can and want to. Let's just really relax the neck and shoulders and lower back and hips. Let everything go. When you're ready, push your hands into the floor and walk all the way back. Bring those legs together and flex the ankles for all they're worth. We're going to reach for the toes. If you can bring your fingers to your toes, that's great. If your fingers stop somewhere around your thighs, or maybe your knees, or maybe your shins, wherever is good for you. Take a moment to straighten the back and lift the top of the head while you're in this forward reaching pose. Keep breathing. Alright, walk the hands up the legs, bring the body back to centered over the hips. And let's take one of the legs. I'm going to start with my right leg, bend the knee, bring the foot out, bring the shoulder inside the knee, and walk your hands down to frame your shin or ankle. Bring the nose close to the knee, or maybe the forehead close to the knee. And then press your hands and walk back one big step. Check out this knee back here. Does it want to flop out? If it does, maybe give it a chance to do that. Does it want to flop out? All right, bring it back up. And now bring it in so that the knees become kind of touching, not meet. Knee up and out. Knee up and close. Bring it up and out. Bring it up. Close. One more time. Breathe. Nice. Bring that knee up, and let's gather the leg in our arms and rock the baby. If you can't hold your leg in your arms, then hold your leg in your hands. That works too. All right, we're almost done with this right leg. Bring your fingers, your two peace sign fingers, and grab onto your big toe and push your heel forward. Let it pull your shoulder forward as well. Let it really be a strong forward reach. Big breath in here. Exhale and bring the knee and the elbow as far back as you can. Exhale and inhale, bring it back, push it forward. This is awesome for the hip and the shoulder. Also the Achilles tendon in the heel, reaching up towards the knee. Breathe. Nice. Keep it going. Two more. And come back to rock the baby. Holding that leg in your arms, rock. Press the foot to the floor and reach without touching the floor. Reach forward. And then come on up. And let's try the other leg. Pull flesh away, if that suits you. Bend this left knee now. Move it to the outside. Hands to the floor. We're going to walk forward. Nose or perhaps forehead to the knee. Hands frame your ankle or your shin. Release, relax, breathe deep. Stay here in the moment. Try not to anticipate the next move. Be here, listen to the body with love, and let things relax at their own pace. Relaxation begins in the mind. You have to decide that you want to tell the muscles to let go. They'll obey if you tell them. push your hands to the floor, bring yourself up, and let's see if we can let this knee flop out. Bring it up. Not deep, bring the knees together, and then find that full range. Flip-flopping that leg slowly, carefully, breathing as we move. Beautiful. All right, let's find ourselves holding the leg in our arms like a baby and rock the baby across the front of the body. Nice. Breathe. Yes, let go of all your stress. See if you can grab hold of your big toe here, push the heel forward, reach, feel the stretch in your shoulder, and then bring the elbow and the knee back as far as you can and feel the stretch in your hip. Back and forth, breathe a lot. Three more. Really stretch it. Feel the Achilles tendon reach, lengthen in the back of the shin, back of the calf. Yeah. And then return to rock the baby. Hold that leg in your arms or hands and really let the hips open loosely. You're going to put the foot on the floor again, outside, wide on the floor. And reach with your hands in the air beyond your straight leg. Reach, 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 reach. Hands to the floor, push yourself up, stretch out both legs. Let's find our caterpillar pose now. We're going to open the legs a little wider than the hips. Walk the hands down towards the soft instep, inside part of your ankle and foot. Fingertips soft. Round the back, drop the head. When you're ready, rise back up. Let's get ready to slide down on our backs. Let your arms go wherever feels comfortable. Relax throughout the entire body. Your knees are up and heels are close to your hips. Walk your feet a little bit wide and just let your knees lean against each other. See if you can totally relax your tailbone area, lower back, waist, belly, mind. All right, bring those knees to the chest, cross the ankles, and grab your big toe in each hand. We're just going to rock a little bit left and right here, letting the hips continue to feel looser, freer. If anything doesn't feel right, you're welcome to wait until we move on to the next set of exercises, poses, positions, asanas. Nice. Stretch those arms and legs up into the air. Circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Keep breathing. Nice. Let's see if we can grab a hold of the left leg somewhere around the knee or the thigh and slowly drop the right leg to the floor. If you need to bend either knee, do so. Find the floor with that right heel and then continue to hold the left leg straight up. Keep breathing. Now let's gently pull the leg a little closer to the face, stretching the hamstring and hip. Don't go too far, don't overdo it. Be gentle with yourself, breathe a lot. Find yourself resisting just an inch and then back towards your comfort zone. Range of motion stretch. Work with your breath Exhale as you pull the leg a little bit towards the face, and inhale as you let it drift back to vertical. Breathe. Let's hold the leg at or near the edge of your range of motion. Try to relax the whole back of the leg from the hip to the back of the knee, all the way to the heel. If you want, you can give yourself a massage, starting at the ankle, calf muscle, all around the knee, the back of the thigh towards the hip, all the way up, and then back down. Continuing to hold the leg. Let's find some stillness here. Just relax. Beautiful. Bend that knee and bring it across the body. Roll up on the side hip. Open your chest and arms out so that your face looks up at the ceiling. Your chest aims up at the ceiling. The palms of your hands are aiming up at the ceiling. And release your hip. Release your lower back. Release your spine from tailbone to neck. Adjust anything that feels a little bit off. Maybe turn a little more or a little less. Bend the knees a little bit. Whatever feels good to you. This is your relaxed, reclined spinal twist. Enjoy. Beautiful. Let's roll on our back and do a long body stretch. Reach the arms overhead. Point your toes and stretch long like you just woke up from the most wonderful sleep of your entire life. Stretch and breathe and yawn. Oh, awesome. Let's bring those knees up to the chest. Cross the ankles, grab those toes, and rock left and right. Reach the arms and legs up, circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Breathe a lot. Let's flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Grab a hold of your right leg this time and slowly lower the left leg down to the floor, allowing the right leg to stay up, more or less straight up from your hip socket. Knee can be bent or straight, whatever works for you. Breathe deeply. Once the leg is on the ground, you're going to gently pull the vertical leg towards the face, but be careful, don't overdo it. Find your range of motion, stretch, and breathe gently. Let's hold the leg at or near the edge of your range of motion. Bend the knee, cross the body, roll up on the left hip, open your arms out, release everything in the entire body from toes to nose, fingertips to pelvis. All parts, let go. Breathe deep. Enjoy your reclined spinal twist. A very healing position. The more you relax, the more your body is free to clear out toxins from those areas that so often are tense through habit, through anxiety, your fear. Always ready to run or fight, to flee or freeze. Let it go. Make any little adjustment, bend both knees a little bit, rearrange where your arms are. Make this your perfect and most personal reclined spinal twist. Enjoy it. Sink down into the floor. Beautiful. When you're ready, roll on your back. And let's do another long body stretch. Reach overhead, point your toes, stretch long. Big inhalation here. Breathe in, expand your rib cage as big as it'll go. Take a moment to really feel the expanded rib cage. Creating space between all those little bones, spreading them wide. Awesome. Exhale and bring your hands up overhead, reaching towards the ceiling, straight up from your shoulders. Inhale, reach the fingers high towards the ceiling. Reach them up. Exhale, bring the shoulders down to the floor. And then we're going to bring the hands along, reaching for the toes. Bring the head off the floor. Look at your toes. Take a moment to reach towards the toes. Shoulders come up, head comes up. Reach. Your intention is all about fingertips reaching for the toes. The lower body is pretty relaxed here. Your lower back is anchored in the floor. Lift the shoulders, lift the head. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And let's come on down. Release the arms, let the hands find the floor to rest. Bend the knees and put the feet close to the hips. Bring the hands alongside the hips, fingertips pointing towards the heels. Turn the hands palm down and let's pick the hips up. Find your bridge pose. A bridge between your heels and your shoulders. Everything in between is up off the floor. If you want to, you can walk your shoulders together under your upper back and clasp your hands together under your tailbone, allowing the body to really lift those hips up. Push the heels into the ground, push the toes into the ground, lift the hips up, squeeze the buttocks. Let's breathe strongly here, breathing in and out through the nose and mouth. Breathe in through the nose, blow out through the lips. Three more breaths, really press the feet down. Squeeze the hips up. One more. Awesome. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling above your shoulders and roll your back down into the floor. Once the hips are on the ground, bring your knees to your chest. Grab your knees in your hands. Squeeze the knees in towards the shoulders or the armpits or the chest. Stay here with strong arms, really pulling the knees up and in towards the chest or knees towards the armpits or shoulders. Keep pulling with strong arms and strong hands, and keep breathing. And release, relax. Lift your heels and find those big toes again. Grab the big toe, or you can just grab your feet in any way that's comfortable for you. We're going to let the knees come down close to the armpits and the heels come up towards the ceiling. This is your happy baby pose, opening the pelvis. Happy baby, he finds his feet in the crib, he's so excited. Maybe rock a little bit left and right if you feel so moved. And then we're going to come up, find your center, reach the legs up, point your toes, reach the fingers up, bring the head off the mat, minimize the amount of your body touching the floor. Reach up. Up, 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 up. Reach up with the top of the head, fingertips and toes. Keep reaching up. Keep breathing. As you come down from this, we're going to slowly start to make the hands and legs move in a big, slow bicycle maneuver, like you're pedaling a bicycle with your hands and your feet. Breathe and move. This is a forward pedaling position, moving through the air, using arms, using legs, using shoulders, using hips. Let's see if we can change it to a backwards bicycle and make it a little slower and a little bit of bigger circles. Really moving through the air with the fingertips and the toes, breathing as you move. Allow the leg, if you can, to be almost parallel to the floor at one point through its circle. So you work your abs. Work your abs. You can do it. Move the arms and the legs even slower. Work those abs even more. Keep breathing. Beautiful. I'm going to let you rest here in a minute, but go around 3 more times for me. 1. Slower, slower, slower. 2. And 3. All right, bring it on down and let's roll over onto one side. Find your side resting pose here. The fetal position. It's very comfy, but allow yourself to really sink into the floor. The head rests on your bicep or your shoulder, or maybe you've got a pillow handy and you want to put your head on a pillow. That's perfectly all right. The knees are bent and stacked to give you a wide base so you're not tending to roll back and forwards, but you stay strong on the side body. Relax your upper hand on your hip and just take a moment for yourself here. Relax the neck, shoulder, hip, and legs. Relax. Beautiful. Let's put the hand on the floor in front of the chest and bring your top knee up and just circle it around, breathing in and out. Change direction, go the other way, keep breathing. All right, bring that knee to the chest and give it a hug. Kick it forward, hug. Kick it forward, hug it in. Kick it forward, reach with the hand, bring it back. One more time. Now we're going to kick back and reach back and hug. Kick back, reach back, and hug. Kick back, reach back. One more time. And go ahead and find your resting pose. You can stay here, just continue to rest. If you want a challenge, let's bend the knee and bring it up. Grab the big toe again and straighten the leg. If you feel the urge to go into a deeper stretch here, you could gently pull the toes towards the head. And then come back to side resting pose, relax. I'm going to switch around to the other side. Feel free to do so at yourself, at your own station there, and we'll flip it around. Okay, we're on the other side here. I think I might just grab a pillow for my head. Find your super balanced, super contented shape, similar to the fetal position. Feel yourself just relax into the floor without any resistance. Shoulders, hips, neck, tailbone, arms and legs, and mind. Let everything go. And when you're ready, put your hand on the floor for just a little bit of support. Bring that knee up, kick it forward, bend it back, kick it back, and forward, back, and back. Let's let the arm join, reaching forward, and give yourself a hug. Reach forward, give yourself a hug. Reach forward, hug it in. Reach forward and hug that leg in. Let's try back. Reach the arm and leg back. Don't kick whatever's back there, Lisa. Don't have another falling incident. Hug. Reach back. Hug. And reach. Breathe. And relax. Hand to the floor for a little support. Circle the knee around. Whenever you're ready, change direction. And come back to side resting pose. Take a moment for yourself. Enjoy the relaxation. If you want to stay like this, that's fine. If you want a challenge, bring that knee up and grab the big toe. Stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. If the knee stays bent a little bit, don't worry about it. That's fine. You can get it straight. That's also great. And if you want an extremer challenge, you can pull the leg a little closer to the head. Don't overdo it, folks. Take it easy. It should feel good. Don't feel like you're trying to match anybody else's level of strength or flexibility or yoga-ness. This is about you. All right, let's bring it on down. And we're going to roll over onto our tummies. Let's take a moment to just relax on our bellies. Turn your head to one side. Notice how the body connects with the floor, pushing your weight down into the earth. All right, I'm going to take you through 2 low cobras and 1 high cobra. You are welcome to stay low if the high cobra is too much for you. Through all of it, you will never have your arms straight. So just keep that in mind as we go through 2 low cobras and 1 high cobra. We start, let me see if I can get in a better position for you. All right, might work. We start with the hands under the shoulders and the forehead on the floor. Tuck those elbows in at your waist. Bring your toes together and the toenails are on the ground so you don't have your toes flexed. First thing to do is tighten up the hips a little bit to protect your lower back, and then your head will rotate or revolve on the cervical connection with the neck. So the forehead is on the floor, then the nose, and then the chin. Then you lift the whole head up. Then you continue to use the muscles of the back to lift up the shoulders. Use only the muscles of the back. You're not using your hands at all. They're just there. The arms are completely disengaged. Lift with the strength of your torso and your abs. Gaze towards the floor a few feet in front of where your head was resting a moment ago. And keep those shoulders back from your ears. Keep breathing. Squeeze those buttocks. Protect your lower back. Let's come down, find the chin on the floor, then the nose, then the forehead. Now we rest. Take the arms out, turn the head to one side, and turn your toes in your heels out, so your feet sort of make a diamond shape. Release, relax. All right, let's try it again. Another low cobra. Forehead on the floor, hands under shoulders, elbows tucked in, toes strong on the floor, heels touching. Squeeze your buttocks. And forehead, nose, chin, head up, shoulders up. No arms working here. Breathe. Lift the chest. Gaze towards the floor, a few feet in front. Passive face. When you're ready, lower down. Chin, nose, forehead, and revisit your resting pose. Toes pointed in, heels pointed out, head turned to one side. Deep relaxation. And as we get ready for the high cobra, if you want to do that with me, you will be able to put some pressure on your hands. But the first part of the procedure is exactly the same. Get in your prep position. Squeeze the buttocks. Forehead, nose, chin, shoulders, chest. At this point, you can press with your hands, but not straightening the arms. Keep those elbows tucked in and bent. Lift. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Gaze towards the floor ahead of you and breathe. And down we go, down, down, down. Let's turn the hands palm up back towards the floor. Point your toes in, heels out, and turn your head the other direction this time. Beautiful. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders and tuck the elbows in. All right, we're going to start as if we're going to do cobra, but we're going to push back into pose of a child. So start with your forehead, nose, chin. Lift the face just a little bit and now press back and back. Find yourself in pose of a child. You need to reassign where you are on the mat. You can do that. And when you're ready, rise up, and we're going to be in our table position here. Take a moment to make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and knees are under your hips, and you are strong. A strong table, well supported. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and the fingertips pressing into the mat to strengthen your wrist. Drop your head and drop your tailbone. Arch the back up, cat position. Nice. Come back to a strong table. Push your shoulders away from your ears and press your hands into the floor to elevate your shoulders. Awesome. Now lift your face, lift your tailbone, and let the middle of the back sink down. Back and forth a few times. Cat and cow. Breathe out and in. Make it yours. Any speed is perfect. Whatever feels good. Let's do a little side to side. Swing the hips and shoulders. Look around with your head, around your shoulder a little bit, and then back to cat and cow. Arch and swing. Beautiful. Come back to table. Turn your toes under and lift the hips up. Downward dog. First downward dog of the day. Enjoy the stretch. Palms down and back to pose of a child. Let's bring the hands back by the feet, palm up, forehead in front of the knees near the floor. It's time to prep for our plank. We need to do our 60-second plank challenge, which sometimes goes more like 70, 75 seconds these days. If you are new to the plank challenge, you don't have to do it with us, or you can just do it for as long as it feels right for you. Don't overdo it. If you're new to the challenge, you could even do a low plank down on your elbows and toes. Take a moment to make sure everything is aligned properly. Let's get up on those toes and hands or toes and elbows. Strong on the floor. Plank challenge has begun. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Lower the hips. Push the shoulders away from the wrists. Lengthen between the hands and the arms. Beautiful. Let's lift one heel. Bend the knee, kick it out, bend the knee, kick it out, bend the knee, kick it out, bend the knee, kick it out. Change feet. Lift the other heel. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. Let's come down to strong plank. And I'm going to suggest we do the side plank now. You don't have to do this if it's too much for you. And switch sides. Come on down. And knees to the floor. That was 70 seconds if you did it with me. Come back to pose of a child and take a rest. If you can now, I'd like you to sit up in the hero pose, which is sitting on your heels with the knees in a pretty extreme bend. If this is no good for you, you can put a pillow under knees or in the crease behind the knees or under your bum. We're just going to work the shoulders a little bit in the hero pose, starting with hands to prayer pose. Take a moment to center yourself and close the eyes and breathe deep. Hands come to rest on the thighs, palms up, fingers curled, ground your back, drop your head. And then sitting tall, bring the hands back to prayer pose. Breathe deep. Reach the hands up overhead. Stretch tall. Right hand comes to the floor, and let's just allow the hips to travel this way, shoulders go that way, stretch the side body. And back up and over the other way. And up, hands back to prayer. Hands coming behind the hips, interlock your fingers. If you have good flexibility in your shoulders, you may find you can interlock your fingers here and straighten the arms, pushing the chest forward, lift the face. If that doesn't work for you, you can use a belt or any piece of fabric like a bandana or a scarf. And that way your hands don't have to be so close, you should be able to get your arms straight. I want a good squeeze in the shoulder blades, and see if you can do it right at the top of the shoulder blades, at the base of the neck. Squeeze for all you're worth right in that one spot at the top of the shoulders, and bow your head. Lift your face up, breathe in. And shift your squeeze to the center of your shoulder blades. Bow your head. Lift your face, breathe in. Shift your squeeze to the base of your shoulder blades and bow your head. Lift the face up, breathe in. And give yourself a hug. Release the hands behind, bring them in front, walk them a little bit back behind your shoulders, farther than they naturally want to go, and just sway a little bit. Notice which arm is on top. Open up, put the other arm on top this time. Walk your fingers back a little farther behind your shoulders and sway a little bit. Lift the arms up, stretch up, breathe in. And come off of your heels. Let's do a straddle sit. As you stretch your legs out, do consider not to overstretch the inner thigh. It's very tender. We don't want to have any aches or pains tomorrow or later today or the next day. Keep it easy. If your legs only go this far, that's perfectly fine. It's working your flexibility at where you are. And that's fine. Don't judge yourself. Don't be critical or negative in any way. I know the straddle is difficult for some of you, so, give yourself a break. Allow yourself to modify or minimize, change, or just hold off and do your own yoga. We'll catch up again on the other side of this straddle stretch. We're walking our hands forward. One step and a half. Once you're there, look down at the floor between your hands and just bend the elbows a little bit and push back. We're exploring our flexibility gently, carefully, and breathe. Breathe a lot. Exhale as you bend forward, inhale as you come up. Let's push back halfway and walk the hands over to one leg. One hand on either side of the knee, and just bow your head over that knee. Push halfway up. Bring your outside hand in and find the elbow on the floor inside that knee. Stretch the other hand out and up. Open the gate, look at the ceiling, open your chest, let that hand drop back. And then let's return to forehead close to knee, one hand on either side of the knee. Push against the floor and walk back to the center. Find your hands in that position that they were at earlier and bend the elbows and push back. Exhale, inhale. 3 more times. Take your time. Halfway up, we'll walk over to the other leg. One hand on either side of the knee. Bow your head over that knee. Stay here. Push about halfway up. Bring your outside hand. Bring your outside hand in and put the elbow on the floor inside that knee. Palm up. Reach your other hand out and up. Open the chest. Take that hand back. Look up at the ceiling a little bit if it's okay with your neck and shoulder and upper back. Breathe. Breathing is always good. Bring the hand down. Return to one hand on either side of the knee, forehead to the knee. Hands to the floor, press them in, walk back to the center, and let's revisit our forward straddle fold. Push back. Make it yours, don't overdo it. And all the way up, walk your hands back up, bend those knees, bring them in, return to seated, where we started at the beginning of our session today. Close the eyes. Notice how you feel after a good 56 minutes of yoga. Keeping the back softly straight, drop your chin, let the neck release and the head be heavy. Release your belly so the neck can fully let go. We're just going to slowly move the chin 1 or 2 inches to the right along the collarbone, 1 or 2 inches to the left. If you feel any profound sensations, sensitivity, awareness, anything like that, stop and breathe air into that spot that's talking to you. Along with the air comes lots and lots of healing energy and comfort, source of fuel, and ability to clear out waste products. Moving the head along the collarbone, moving the chin along the collarbone, left and right, breathing in and out, slow it down. Come back to the center, just let the head hang. And reach back with one hand and give your neck a nice squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Let your fingers go wherever feels like that's the place that needs it. You can use both hands if you want. Use both hands. Squeeze and release. When you're ready, just let your hands rest in your lap. Let the back be straight and the head still, hanging in front of the chest. Belly relaxed. As you inhale slowly lift the head up. So slowly that you know you're moving, but if anybody looked at you, they wouldn't notice that you were moving at all. Let it be so incremental. As the head starts to come up to vertical, relax your shoulders even more. Once you are all the way up and the face is lifted, let's look left, exhale. Come back to the center, inhale. Look right, exhale. Come back to the center, inhale. Slowly find your full range of motion for your neck without pushing your limits. Just acknowledge your range. How wide is it? Just observe and breathe. Come back to the center. Open the eyes and blink. Blink, 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 blink. Take a big prayer pose with your fingers resting on your forehead and nose. Lift up, breathe in. Lift the hands up, 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 up. Stretch tall, breathe in. And back to prayer. And here is where I must say my goodbyes. I grant you my most sincere and heartfelt namaste. Take your yoga with you as you go through your day. Keep smiling. And I remember that our community is strong and we all love each other. And that's awesome. Namaste, you guys.